This is the Weather Extreme video for Sunday, January the 24th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and we have an active weather situation going on, so let's get right to our Skycam images. There's a look at Tuscaloosa as we look over the Lurleen B. Wallace Bridge over towards Northport, and the roads are definitely wet. And a little bit of fog down around the Battleship Alabama. And we also have just issued a tornado warning from the Mobile National Weather Service office. Complex weather pattern. We have surface low in the vicinity or just to the south of Meridian. And we have the warm front down affecting southwest Alabama and part of the Florida panhandle. And the front, or the initial front, drawn in Mississippi. But a secondary front where the colder air is back in northeastern Oklahoma. In the upper atmosphere, we're dealing with a strong closed low over the Dakotas and a trough extending all the way down into eastern and central Texas. And that is going to be ushering in some colder weather for us. Right now, though, across the southeastern U.S., temperatures are very mild. You can see that we're actually in the 50s and 60s across much of the southeastern U.S. And, of course, our typical highs for this time of year are around the lower 50s. A little closer look at central Alabama. You can see temperatures range from about 51 at Fort Payne all the way up to 63 at Tuscaloosa. And the big focus of action is on a bit of a line of isolated storms coming through central Alabama right now, stretching from the vicinity of Huntsville all the way down to just west of Birmingham, and then down past Meridian and down towards New Orleans. So that is the main focus. We have a secondary line back on the Mississippi River, which is actually where the colder air is still visible back there. So that is a secondary front. And we have lots of wind advisories. Those are the brown ones. We also have a lot of flash flood watches. Those are the green ones, all the way from Florida Panhandle all the way up into New England ahead of this developing system. We also have a tornado watch in effect from just to the southwest of Birmingham down to the Gulf Coast. And as I mentioned, Mobile just issued a few minutes ago a tornado warning for, I believe it was Clark and Coffee counties. Choctaw and Clark counties. Too many counties with C's. A quick look at the most unstable Cape from the Storm Prediction Center, and most of the surface-based Cape is down south of the warm front in the Gulf, but we can see why the Storm Prediction Center has issued the tornado watch up into our area. And that tornado watch, by the way, expires around, I believe, 9 a.m., I think. That most unstable Cape and the values just over 500, stretching up to just south of Montevallo, and then the 1,000 values down in the vicinity of Mobile Bay. So certainly an active day today, but that system is going to be moving fairly quickly by us. QPF-wise, we're not looking at a lot of rain today, but on the order of probably 1/2 to 1 inch, and you can see all those values stretching from New England around 2 1/4 down to northern Georgia with 4, so you can see why there's so many flash flood watches in effect. And again, the Storm Prediction Center is out looking for a slight risk of severe much of the southeastern coast of the United States, from North and South Carolina across much of Georgia, a good 2/3 of Alabama, especially the southeastern 2/3, North Florida, the Panhandle, and just a tiny smidge of southeastern coast of Mississippi. All right, let's get to the 06Z GFS model run, and here we go. This is the surface map. The main low is up in the Great Lakes area, but there's a little secondary low that has been down in the vicinity of Meridian this morning. That whole system is going to advance, and you can see that by tomorrow at midday, the trough is by us, or the trough axis is coming by us, so our precipitation should be ending later this afternoon. And also, we're going to be turning much colder compared to the warm temperatures we've had over the last week to 10 days or so. You can see the 540 line diving down into South Alabama, South Mississippi, and central Louisiana. So it's going to be much colder, but at least we'll be sunny on Monday. Tuesday, we stay fairly chilly, but the 540 line is beginning to recover. Again, this is more typical of the southeastern U.S. as we begin to moderate fairly quickly. And by Wednesday, we should be back in what's considered fairly typical temperatures for late July. And our next system is the surface high on Wednesday is positioned over about, how about Auburn, Opelika. That is beginning to bring moisture back over Texas, and that's going to help set the stage for the next system. And here comes the next system. It's a short wave coming through the southern stream in the vicinity of Four Corners, and that is going to help to produce another surface low over Texas. In the southern stream of the flow. The southern stream and the northern stream troughs begin to phase up on Friday, and that kind of retards the movement just a little bit or slows it down. But the upper system, but the surface system moves on in here on Friday, and I think we're going to see a bit of a wet day, and also the threat that we might see some severe weather as well. Again, it's going to be a question like this one as to exactly how far to the north we're going to see all of that come about, all that instability. The trough axis begins to edge by on Saturday, and that should help clear the way for clearing and colder temperatures once again, so it looks like much of the day Saturday will probably be dry. Although, once again, keep in mind that this is 6 days out, therefore timing could be off. And at least based on current models, it looks like Sunday should be another beautiful day as we begin to recover. Looks like temperatures probably at or just below seasonal values for this time of year. All right, very, very quick look out into the Voodoo Country area, and you can see that we maintain both an active northern stream and an active southern stream. This is the 3rd of February. Doesn't look terribly cold, but at least on the order of seasonable values. And once again, by the 8th of February, still an active northern stream and an active southern stream with quite a strong ridge over the west coast. So certainly an interesting pattern that we're in right now. And remember that a tornado watch is in effect for the areas just to the south, pretty much south and southwest of Birmingham, down around Marengo and Dallas counties. Well, I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. Stay tuned to the blog for later information. And James Spann should be back in the hot seat by Monday morning. Should have the next Weather Xtreme video posted by about 7 o'clock. Hope that you have a great Sunday, and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.